Hey everybody, Adam here for True North Wilds. This is the October unboxing of the Mystery Tackle Box Pro Walleye Species Specific Box. MysteryTackleBox.com if you want to check them out. They got the walleye, they got bass, they got multi-species, a variety of ones in a variety of different sizes. It's all good, and that's where you can find that. If you are wondering why I didn't do a September video for this box, just the way the timing worked out, it's actually right here. This is September's box that I haven't opened yet because I was out hunting and on a trip to Alberta. The timing was weird where I received this and where I had to leave, and when I got back everything just didn't quite work out for a video. So instead I am going to give this unopened September box away to somebody in the comments at random. Let's say on Halloween giveaway. Sure, why not? So leave a comment down below, any sort of comment. Agree with me, disagree with me, say hi, let me know what you think about whatever I open today. It doesn't matter. Anybody who comments on this video will be entered to win the Halloween giveaway. I haven't opened this, like I said, I don't even know what's in it. I never watched any unboxings for it, so it's a mystery tackle box is what you'll get. So, that being said, I'm eager to see what I get for walleye lures here, even though I unfortunately won't be able to use any of them most likely anytime soon. Didn't have much of a fall fishing season this year. Didn't have much of a fishing season this year at all, but that's the weather, and unfortunately there's nothing we can do about it. So I'm looking forward to ice fishing. I'm looking forward to everything finally freezing up, seeing what I get in here that I can maybe put to use through the ice, because that'll be the next time that I get out on the water. So all that being said, don't forget you can follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/TrueNorthWilds, on Instagram @TrueNorthWilds, and of course our blog site, TrueNorthWilds.com. Let's open this up, let's take a look, see what we got for walleye lures for the month of October. What's in the box card? Sticker. It's actually a really cool sticker, I like that. I always like their Catch Co stickers. They come up with some really fun designs, and I always like stickers. I slap them everywhere. Moving on. So we got the original, Lucky John, original Shad 80 XDR. Lucky John is a pretty good brand. Mystery Tackle Box exclusive, so usually when they say that they mean color. Doesn't say what the name of the color is anywhere, so whatever the name of this color is, it is a Mystery Tackle Box exclusive. Anyway, it's a nice purple color on top, which I really like. I always like getting that purple around here. Walleye really go after purple, in my experience. It's got a nice baitfish pattern, so it's lighter on the belly, darker on top. That splash of purple along the top half makes it really nice, makes it really attractive. Doesn't say, well, it does say what it dives to. Depth of meters is 3.2. So 8-9 feet. I'm not too sure on my conversions for meters to feet, but I'm guessing about that 8 to 9 feet or 8 to 10 feet around there should be pretty close, which makes sense because it's got this nice big wide dive bill. You might be able to hear it already, but big rattle in it. Aggressive rattle. Lots of space in there for the rattle to move, because even just me flipping it around, I'm hearing the rattling. So that'll put off a lot of noise in the water. That'll make it pretty attractive. Bring in those predators. And the eyes on it are pretty cool too. They got a neat little eye shape in there, and they're kind of half white, half black. Splash of orange on the belly. Overall, nice lure. Lucky John makes nice stuff. I'm pretty happy with that. That's a good walleye lure. The Bagley balsa jerk. Bagley, of course, is a well-known lure company. Again, quality. One thing I will say though is I do get a lot of these. Particularly in the Mystery Tackle Box boxes, I do get a lot of Bagley balsa jerks specifically. This exact one, I think I have 3 copies of now. Granted, I've been getting these boxes for a few years now, so some doubles are to be expected, but this one is one that does seem to pop up a lot. You can see this step sort of patterned dive bill. So I guess it's really going to depend on how fast your retrieve is as far as how deep it's going to go. Nice purple, again. I love me a purple lure. Can't go wrong with a nice purple colored crankbait when you're going for walleye, so nothing wrong with that. It's a good length for a nice big predator fish, and it's got that splash of bright chartreuse on the belly. Overall, nice lure. Bagley makes really quality stuff. The only thing is, like I said, I would I'd like to get a little bit more variety. Even if I'm getting Bagley lures, that's fine. I love Bagley lures, but the balsa jerk, this particular one I've gotten, like I said, a few times. So, smart baits, color changing baits. I get a lot of smart bait plastics as well, just throughout all of the different boxes, not just Mystery Tackle Box. Smart baits make some nice plastics, and they do seem to really push their products through the subscription boxes. Not that there's anything wrong with that. They do make a nice variety of plastics, which is good. This is a standard grub shape, nice ribbed grub body. It's a nice orange color, and it's got the twister tail. Smart baits, their big thing is that lures change color when they're in the water. I think it's based on heat or cold, or I'm not sure, but this one doesn't seem to want to change. It doesn't say what it changes to, which is unfortunate. And I mean, it's a standard grub shape. You kind of have to judge it based on the color that it is out of the package. I don't rely on the color changing because I want to know what I'm throwing. So the color changing to me is pretty gimmicky. I'd rather know exactly what color my lure is going to be at all points of the retrieve, and it's a little bit unpredictable with the color changing ones. So that is one downside to them. But other than that, their plastic is nice. They do make quality plastic, and they can take a beating. And just the shape is, it's a standard grub shape. There's not much to say about it. One thing I will say about this package. This looks like a sample package. This is a pack of 6 little grubs in a big plastic package for 6 little grubs. It feels lacking. And it might even just be a psychological thing because it's such a big package and you get these 6 small grubs. Even if they would have put them in a package half the size and at least the package looks full, then psychologically I wouldn't have as much of a problem with it. But the fact that I get this big package of plastics and it's only got these 6 little grubs that don't even take up nearly half the space, to me it feels more like a sample pack, which I don't like. And also, when you do get a full-size pack of Smart Baits plastics, typically they have a sticker here saying the name of the lure, like what model it is, and they tell you the starting color and what it changes to. This is missing that, which just further reinforces my feeling that this is more of a sample pack. So I don't particularly like that. Moving on. K&E Stopper Lures, so one of the Mystery Tackle Box brands. Walleye gear, spinner, standard sort of little spinner rig. I'm not going to pull it out because they're impossible to put back in the bag once you pull them out. But it's got a nice orange and yellow stripe pattern there. Nice decent sized blade, and it's got the 2 hooks, so it's made for a crawler harness is what they call it. So made for a night crawler, so you hook up a worm, either a live night crawler or a plastic worm, and you troll this. So as far as a walleye box, there's nothing wrong with that. More plastics. Sweet Spot Tackle. I've never heard of them. SweetSpotTackle.com doesn't say anything about the lure itself. I guess I could be... Holy, wow, that is closed up tight. I guess I could be looking at the what's in the box card. Sweet Spot Tackle Paddle Shad is what it's called. And the Smart Baits one, if anybody was interested in the Smart Baits, Gifted Grub is what that one was called. So this is the Paddle Shad. Sweet Spot Tackle Paddle Shad. And it's sort of a nice shad pattern, ribbed body on top. It's got a cool paddle tail. What I like about this paddle tail is that it's angled up. And you can kind of see that it's pointed up. And so it'll be a slightly different action in the water, whereas most paddle tails are vertical compared to the plastic itself. This one, you have the plastic, and then the paddle tail is just angled slightly. So it's almost horizontal, in line with the lure itself. Just that little bit of an angle, just to give it the action. I'm curious to see what that actually does in the water. That's pretty neat. That's a neat feature. The plastic itself feels pretty good. Feels like it'll be durable. Doesn't have a ton of stretch, and you meet the end of the stretch really quickly. So I'm a little concerned about if I get a pike or something toothy that grabs on and starts one tear, that as soon as it hits that end of that stretch, that tear is going to just, rip it right in half. That's just speculation, though. I won't know until I test it, but it feels solid otherwise. It's got nice pattern, nice color, nice neutral color with black spots in it. Nothing wrong with that. I'll catch walleye on this, although they typically don't go for the neutral green around here. This would be more for me a smallmouth bass lure, which is what I'll end up using this for. So I'm not sure if walleye in other places tend to go for the more neutral colors, but around here they're not so much. They usually go for more flashy silvers and golds and purples and pinks and stuff like that is how you catch walleye around here. So that'll be an interesting one to test out. Of course, some terminal tackle, some hooks, some big hooks. They are long shanked, and they have bait holder spikes all along the shank. So this looks to me like, again, a night crawler hook, but instead of having two hooks to hold the crawler, it's one long hook. So you would thread the night crawler on there, or your plastic worm. So that's cool. It's nice to get a variety of hooks all the time. Last up, we have the Catch Co. Shimmer Swimmer. So Catch Co, of course, being Mystery Tackle Box brand. Ultra reflective strobe strips. So whatever a strobe strip is. Paddling along, flares flash and flicker below, and suddenly wham. Paddle tail swim bait, which imitates several types of bait fish. Foil strobe strips that reflect light. Okay, so it's just a reflective. I don't know why they call it a strobe strip. It doesn't do anything other than just reflect light like any other foil strip. I was excited there for a second. I thought maybe they would light up, or maybe they would actually flicker. But they are a nice looking plastic. This is more of a color that I would throw for walleye. So the nice bright color, that foil in there is going to reflect light, and it's going to look silver or gold, just like the belly of a bait fish, a big shiner or a big chub or a big minnow. So that's what I want when I'm looking for a walleye lure. It's got the belly slot. Nope, no it doesn't. It just looks like it does. So no belly slot. So this would be something I'd throw on a jig head. I'll get a chance to use this through the ice because I will be able to vertically jig this through the ice. This has got the standard paddle tail vertical to the lure like I was mentioning before. So this is your normal paddle tail. I really like the yellow color. I don't get a lot of yellow lures. And then that foil in there is a nice gold reflective. So all in all, nice color on it. Good pattern, basic bait fish pattern. The eyes, I will say, seem a little bit cheap. The eyes are not held on very well. This one's already peeled off on the one side, and they're just a plain black. Nothing wrong with the plain black, especially on the yellow, but they definitely don't feel very secure on there, and they do feel quite cheap. So, mixed feelings on that lure, but I do like the color. I think I'll definitely give it a try, and it's definitely an appropriate walleye lure as far as the box goes. So that's everything in this box. All in all, mixed feelings on this box. It's not a great box. It's not a terrible box. I'd like to see some more variety going forward for Mystery Tackle Box. Mainly because, like I said, I've gotten the Bagley balsa shad so many times. I've gotten so many packs of smart baits. I'd like to see maybe some new plastic brands. You know, maybe they can start finding some new companies to work with, or something. Or if they are going to throw in smart baits or any other plastic brand, whatever the brand is, I don't like feeling like I'm getting dealer sample packs, small packs like this. Whether it actually is or not, I don't know for sure, but it feels that way. So just something to be aware of. The lures, the Lucky John lure is nice. You know, the Sweet Spot plastics are nice. I don't know anything about them. But again, it wasn't really a walleye color for around here, and that'll change from region to region. All in all, it's a decent box, but not great, I would say. So I'm just hopping in here after the fact. If the editing looks a little weird, it's because I am cutting in to add on to my thoughts about this box, because as I was looking closer at it, as I started looking at what's inside, the cost of everything, I realized that I was ragging on the smart baits feeling like a dealer pack with only 6 little grubs in this huge package. On closer inspection, I noticed there's only 4 plastics in this bag, and there's only the 4 plastics on this pack of the Shimmer Swimmers. So this is even worse than the smart baits one. The smart baits one just feels small because of the huge package, but these are actually only a pack of 4 lures. And what makes it worse is paddle shad, Sweet Spot paddle shad. $3.99 for this pack is what they say on the card as far as what the value is. That's $1 per plastic, and that's US prices, which means for me in Canadian with the exchange rate, it's more like $1.30 or around there per plastic. That is insane. That is not a good value. What's worse is these shimmer swimmers, whatever they're called. This package of 4 is $5.29 listed on this card. That's $1.30 a plastic, which means for the exchange rate to Canadian for me, this is closer to like $1.70, $1.75 per plastic. That is absolutely not a good value. So as much as I was ragging on them for the smart baits feeling like a dealer sample pack, these are even worse. What makes it worse for me, on top of that, these shimmer swimmers are a Catch Co brand. They're supposed to be providing their own brand stuff so that they can do it at a lower cost. These are the most expensive things in here. There is no way that their own brand of stuff, and it's not exceptional quality compared to anything else here. There's no way that these are worth $1.30 US per plastic. I can go down to my local store and get a package of plastics and pay, 65 cents, 70 cents Canadian per plastic. Get an actual full package of 12 or 20 or whatever, depending on what I'm buying. Other subscription boxes do a better job of giving full packages of plastics. This feels cheap. This feels very cheap. It feels like they're not giving the proper values on here. They're trying to inflate the value of the box. So noticing this and catching on and actually looking at the card, that's why I decided to quickly cut in here at the end of the video. I do not feel like this was a good box at all. Very, very undervalued for what I pay for the box. Pretty disappointed in that mystery tackle box. You really need to step this up. Include full packages of plastics if you're gonna if the box is gonna be if a significant portion of it is gonna be plastics, which I got 3 packs of plastics here, 2 hard baits, right? And then I don't really count the spinner. The spinner should be 25 cents. Let's see what for the spinner. Crawler harness, $2.99. $3 for a little spinner crawler harness? No, not a chance. I can go and I can get one of these for 75 cents Canadian. And I can get a whole variety. I can get super fancy ones that are inflated and pricier for $1.20 Canadian. There's no way this is $3 US, which is even more Canadian. Absolutely, especially being their brand. As I said, if it's their brand name, which K&E Stopper Lures is a mystery tackle box brand that they're putting out, it should be cheaper for them to do this, and they shouldn't be trying to. I feel like I'm getting swindled with this box. I hate to say it. I feel like this box is trying to swindle me when I actually look close at the values on the card compared to what I'm getting. So I just wanted to jump in. Sorry for the weird edit that this is going to make at the end of the video, but had to put that out there. The hard baits, great. All my comments stand on the hard baits, but I definitely feel swindled with these plastics when I actually look closely at what I paid for. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think, whether you agree with that or not. And let me know what your experience is. If I'm getting something different for being in Canada, maybe they're to save on shipping costs, maybe I get dealer packs or something like that. If you guys are getting different stuff, let me know in the comments, because I'm always curious. I often get messages where a box that I open is quite different from a box that somebody else opens, so I'm always curious to hear that, and if there's something going on in that regard, let me know down below in the comments for sure. It's truenorthwilds.com if you want to check out our blog site. Instagram is @truenorthwilds. I always appreciate follows there. And of course, Facebook is facebook.com/truenorthwilds. As always, thank you so much for watching. Until next time, I'll see you outside.